The purpose of this resource is to provide guidance for utilizing scaffolds that are embedded in your EL Education District curriculum. Scaffolding is an instructional method that progressively moves students toward greater independence and understanding during the learning process. It is a temporary support that acknowledges what students already know, the barriers they will face in achieving new learning goals, and the instructional support that will benefit them in negotiating those barriers. Throughout this learning opportunity, we'll focus on examples of scaffolds that already exist within the EL education lessons using Lesson 7 from Grade 5, Module 2, Unit 1. An EL Education Scaffold Overview document for elementary ELA grades 2 through 5 can be found in Learning Central under the appendix within each grade level module and in the teacher planning tools for your grade level curriculum. Please refer to this document for additional supports as you plan. The lesson components listed on the slide are where you can locate embedded scaffolds within lessons and will be highlighted throughout this presentation. In this lesson, students read Effects of Studying Rainforest, a new informational text about the rainforest. They read for gist and reread it to determine the main idea and describe the structure. Students use a graphic organizer to plan and write a summary of the text. They then compare the structure of the text with the structure of the excerpt from The Most Beautiful Roof in the World, read in Lesson 6. Words students are likely to be unfamiliar with have been included in the unfamiliar vocabulary column, with accompanying definitions provided in the meaning column. However, these words may vary based on students. Students also participate in a modified rank, talk, write protocol to determine the main idea of effects of studying rainforests. Continue to use Goals 1 and 2 conversation cues, help all students to talk and be understood, and help students to listen carefully to one another and seek to understand. This lesson supports ELLs and other students needing support by including a lot of opportunities for scaffolds. Comprehending the cause and effect structure may be difficult for some students who struggle to understand the context of the text. To clarify the structure itself, complete one version of the cause and effect structure graphic organizer with content that is familiar to the students. For example, let's say the cause is that you don't do your homework. What might be 3 effects? Prepare sticky notes with pre-written words or drawings based on the gist of the text. Ask students to listen to the story. They can match the gist represented on the sticky notes with the part that is read aloud. In preparation for the mid-unit assessment, provide students with sentence frames on the board or a chart and practice answering the following questions about text structure. What is similar about the 2 text structures? What are they about? What is different about them? How does the author try to help the reader understand? The universal design for learning is a way of thinking about teaching and learning that helps give all students an equal opportunity to succeed. Consider ways to represent information in a way that activates students' prior knowledge. For example, review key vocabulary such as gist and summary and summarize. Display graphic organizers from previous lessons so students see connections across units. Some students may need additional support with using their cause and effect structure graphic organizer to help organize their writing. Some examples include using color coding on the graphic organizer that then coordinates to the sentences in their paragraphs. Creating space on the graphic organizer for check marks so that students can use it as a checklist to self-monitor their work. Allow students to choose a cause and effect structure, effects of studying rainforest graphic organizer format that works best for their learning style if needed. And that will allow choice and possibly increase engagement. The vocabulary focused on in this lesson are heavy on text-specific vocabulary. Try focusing on just a few of these words to discuss, or add the student's own vocabulary list in your word wall for Module 2. Remember to have students add illustrations and symbols to any word you want to display.